just like half a roll. I like the thinnest one up. I don't actually like really soft, super cute Charlotte. You're kind of honest. Okay, so and I got a big time. But I'll get into that later. My parents have separate thing. We always had to use like one sheet for the thing. Dude, Scott 1000. Except that's the exact brand that they use, right? Then I see this. I meet Sam. We've been together. She's what's the really thick one? Charmin Ultra Soft or something? Charmin Ultra Wide. 47 flies, but it's all crumbly. Is that your problem with it? When it gets too thick, it gets crumbly. It's almost too thick. Yeah. Like, I feel like it doesn't do the job. But we're also a wet wipe house, and I know you're a bidet house. Like, I don't want to be a bidet house. I don't use a bidet. You're not a bidet? I have a heated toilet seat. I think there is a bidet attached to it, but I don't use that. You're never going to shake the, like, circle driveway and Butler accusations. Dude, the heated toilet seat, it's $27 on Amazon. It'll change your life. It's great. You know when you sit down on a toilet seat and it's like, it's cold? And it's, you don't have that issue ever again. Did it come with the house or you installed it? No, we had it at our townhouse and we brought it to the new place. Why? I cleaned it. I sanitized it. No, you can't be transporting toilet seats from house to house. No, but we bought it at the old.
Hey everyone,
it wasn't like the previous
welcome back to stream number 7.
Years ago. Loved it. Oh, and what I did, because I was like, the people that bought our townhouse were jerks. I was like, I'm giving them this nice heated toilet seat. So I unscrewed the one in our new house, installed the old one, and I took the nice heated toilet seat for our new house. Brando, you've done a lot of things. What? This is up there. You can't be transporting a toilet seat in your car? What? You know the funny thing? I'm pretty sure I cleaned it after I got here. So it was a dirty seat on the way to my house. My car, I don't think my car can get any dirtier. Did you see the latest? Well, I don't know if you did. The latest vlog with me and Steve showed off how dirty my car is. It's disgusting. Yeah, no, I saw that.
The all-new Hyundai Palisade.
Alright, this will be very quick. And I mean very quick.
Brandon, $27, you can't do it. Dude, it's great, but I want to go back to toilet paper, okay? I want to go back to toilet paper. So, Sam and I got used to the 74-ply toilet paper, right? And now we moved to a house. This is the thing. Baby, I was born in the dark. This is easy for me. We have to go back to the Scott's 1000, and I'm like, easy enough. I kind of like it better in some ways, right? And I save money. Sam is we're like 3 weeks into the change because our plumber's like, if you use this extra thick, you're gonna have like a $20,000 bill in a year when your septic tank clogs. Yeah. And I was like, all right, this is totally fine. Sam is going through it, man. She's trying her best. I give her credit, but she's struggling with this new one-ply toilet paper. Just breaking through, or like, I don't know. She just says she hates it. Listen, I think what people, American consumerism, that's what it is, Brandon. It's marketing. That little cute little Charmin bear, and he's like tugging through his little butt cheeks. You're like, back in my day, I used my hands. No, he's a fraud. He's literally all-time fraud. Because I'm telling you, Scott's straight 1000, it's a fastball, 95 miles an hour, right down the middle. I'm telling you, that Charmin, you have to fight for that Charmin, and it's not like a one-size-fits-all for all people. No, I'm telling you, for these chicks, no Charmin. Dude, I'm telling you, I think the bigger toilet paper doesn't tear as easily. You're on to something. There's something to do with the Scott's fibers. Yeah, well, also, it just, you can control the ratio so much with the Scott. Yeah. Like, you can use an excessive amount if you want to. You can be like, you know what, today, I'm credit card. I'm going to worry about the environment. Like, I'm going to use 4 squares. 4 squares is crazy. Is that not enough? You actually cut the squares? Oh, yeah. Oh, I have the whole system. So I grab, like, maybe 7 or 8 squares at a time. I wrap it around my hand, right? And you just break off squares. Like, dude, I have the most efficient toilet paper. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. you're cutting the squares and you're stacking the squares, or you're rolling around your hand? No, I'm rolling it around my hand, right? Okay. Then I go for it, right? Okay. Break. Throw it in. Wipe again. And break. What do you keep saying break? So I have it on my hand. Right, go. Is it attached? Oh, it's attached to the hand, baby. I use like 9 squares. No. Hold your horses here. What? Is it attached to the line? Like, are you still attached to the main roll? Yeah. No. Oh, no. I'm not attached to the main roll. No, I thought you were rolling out 9. You're in continuous sequence. Main roll, you go. Break off, throw in trash. You're still on the main roll. No. You go back to the main roll. No, I'm telling you, I am the most efficient toilet paper roll user in the world, right? So Steve, our buddy Steve, is a Charmin Ultra thick, whatever. Like, he uses the $1,000,000, right? Although now I think he's at the day, man. But we'll talk about that when he's over. Steve is going to be on the pod soon. In college, we moved into our apartment junior year. Me and Steve and our other roommate Dan went to Walmart, and we each bought toilet paper. I bought a 12-pack of the Scott's 1000, and Steve and Dan bought their Charmin Ultra Thick. Made that Scott's 1000 12-pack last the junior and senior year. I made 12 rolls last 2 years. Steve and Dan did. They bought a pack in a month. No. Did you eat fiber for like 2 years while you were at Penn State? I'm telling you, man, that 12-pack probably cost me like $6.99. Lasted me 2 years. I mean, it was also one person using that bathroom. Like, now I'm in a house with 2 people using it. But, dude, I was efficient, man. Are you buying in bulk, and are you roll shaving like young Samantha? When you look at the rolls missing in the house, you're like, well, I was 12 packs in 2 years. I know it can't be me. So we do buy in bulk. We buy our toilet paper at Costco. We get like the 40 rolls now, right? You need like a small forklift to fix it, fit it in your house. I don't shame Sam for using the amount of toilet paper she uses, but I think every time I sit down, I'm like, how is half the roll gone? I used 4 squares this week, and I know it's her, because there's no one, unless it's our cat Rocks, there's no one else in the house to be using it. I'm just picturing like a sit-down intervention in your house, Brandon, where you're like walking, and she walks, Sam, sit down. It's like sit down. We got to talk about your toilet paper consumption. We got to talk about you changing the thermostat. I caught you again. She's like, but I was sweating. It was 85. No. Distrust is a big thing in this relationship. We can't be having this. She lives. In a lot of ways, Sam lives one of the best charmed lives. Like, you're a good guy. You're loyal. You can. Brandon does have this like sweetheart side to him. Yeah, he is a provider. Like, Sam does well for herself, but Brandon does very well. He's made this life for you guys. You have you work your. All right, just get to the butt. Get to the butt. I think some people in North Korea live better than Sam. And I'm not talking about King Jong-un, man. You're talking about the average person. I think there's less oversight in like a dictator regime in North Korea than there sometimes is in your house. And that's Sam. This is like your wife. She technically has half the say in the household. I cannot picture when little Bambino comes out. Oh. And what rules this kid has to grow up under. Because we're joking around, like, in reality, Sam controls this household, right? Like, I say that I set the thermostat to 85. It's not 85. The thermostat is set to what Sam wants it to be every day. But when we have our child, because then, here's the thing. Not only am I going to be like, well, I'm the boss, but then I can even justify it by being like, I'm teaching them good principles, right? It's like, I'm trying to teach them how to save money. And it's really just that I'm going to be cheap. That's correct. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Everything is failed
developing these lesson plans.
So this is a big week. This is a big week for Abby. His child started daycare. Is that correct? Raphael started daycare. And I want to talk to you about, so this is related to what we were talking about. Not only do they make reusable toilet paper, they make reusable diapers.
Want to ring in the new year with style and serious savings? Let me show you. Ashley has hot buys starting at just $2.99.
Are we buying them? No. Is that even worse?
I think that is the holy grail of Crunchroll.
So here's my question. Are people putting reusable diapers in with the rest of their clothes in the wash, or are they just washing them all separate?
Okay, so this is a great question because I wash my son's clothes with my clothes.
You put it all in.
I just put it all in.
It's the wash. I don't know. I can't define it, but it just feels like, yeah.
But if you're looking at me, like, there's a 98% chance there's fecal matter on my clothes.
You know, I would be the first one. You would expect me to be the first one to be like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing the same thing. I think when you're a parent, and I don't know this as a parent, it's like, what? I think he grew up on I don't think I don't wash. That's my guess.
I know this is something that you didn't really, like, care about, but this is a little, inside parenting. By the way, unceremonious first day of daycare, and it might be by design.
Is it free because of the profits that we've been making from the podcast? Because I know that was your goal. If you haven't heard it, Abby's goal with this podcast was to pay for his child's daycare. Are we there yet?
I think we paid for about like the morning to lunchtime in one day.
I hate AI.
My dad goes, "Are they charging you for this trial week?" I'm like, that is such a dad.
And my dad would have said the same thing, like, or my dad would ask, like, did you like negotiate? Like, oh, that's such a great question. Like he's trying to get a free week trial period.
I have to like be an advocate for the daycare. I'm like, listen, these people are working. Like, by the way, hellscape when you walk in. Like you know what it's like, but you don't know what it's like.
Are there different daycares for like your baby's what, 5 months old?
Yeah.
Is it a different daycare for like 5 months olds versus 4-year-olds, or are they in just different sections of the same daycare?
They're different They actually like in this daycare. It's almost like a school environment. There's like classrooms set up.
Oh,
so they have like their own classroom.
Is this like or is this like a
What's
fancy
up?
one, or is this
Have you had your shower yet?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
You too. My brother Cole's looking.
It's a large national chain. I'd rather not.
Yes.
People.
About how long ago did you get out?
I would say maybe 10 to 20 minutes ago, maybe.
Type of daycare my son goes to, but it's a fairly.
Nobody even recognizes you on the street. You think they're gonna track down young baby Raphael?
I just would. Some things I would rather lay. What's the word? No, that's fair. Leave it to the imagination. But it is one of the. It's a nice daycare. It's a good institution. Like I don't put my boy in rubble to go to school, but it is a hell's of Brandon. You walk in there, there's 10 kids screaming at the top of their lungs, brother. Kids are eating. Some kids are looking at you. Some kids are old enough to like wave at you, and it's like sensory.
They're all over the same room in the morning.
No, just the people in your classroom. There's like 10 kids in the classroom, but 10. I don't know how loud you think a screaming baby is, but it's pretty loud.
Multiply that.
Quite literally by 10, plus a couple parents dropping off. It is what I would have to imagine those freaks from Iowa feel when they like get off the bus in New York City.
Those daycare workers, I don't know how much they're making. It's not enough. They deserve.
It's not enough.
10 times more than they're making. They should be making $4 million a year.
Dude, it is not enough. I am an advocate. Well, not an advocate for my price to go up, but I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for some type of socialism to give these daycare workers more money. But it's hell. And then
Wait, you said there's a trial period? Is that actually a thing, or you're joking? Is there like a no? Maybe the first week it was like, hey, like you still have to pay, but
Oh God!
I don't know. Like,
Tornado! Tornado! Tornado!
Yeah.
I think they were gonna spawn. Also, that's amazing. My first ever tornado I've ever seen. That's awesome.
No, you pay for the month, but after that, I think you can just cancel it any time. In terms of the daycare, though, probably one of the biggest days of your life. If that's,
I was just gonna ask you that. Like, was it emotional dropping them off?
when you are the night before, like every waning moment you are with your boy or girl, you're like, I can't believe it has happened so fast. Like, yes, dealt with pretty long. The days are long, but the years are fast.
Did you and your wife Kayla drop them off at the same time, or was it just you?
Kayla couldn't take.
She was at work. Oh, she just couldn't
Yeah.
take.
I mean, she was at work, but she said emotionally, like, she wouldn't have been able to take it. And I wasn't sure. You know me, I'm a nervous guy.
Oh, big time.
So I was expecting to be, like, carried out, like, Paul Pierce on the stretcher after he crapped himself in, like, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Like, trying, the director having to, like, call my parents and be like, Scott, this guy.
You gotta pick up your kid. They come expecting that it's gonna be your child, and it's just you're sitting in the corner with your thumb in your mouth, like bobbing back and forth. Raphael's having a great time, by the way. He's met friends already. He's loving it. It's like Dad's having a rough time.
Okay, I have a bone to pick with my little one.
Already? Kid's so 5 months old. He doesn't even talk yet. What did you have a bone to pick with?
Dude, sense the moment. Like, I am up. I'm ready to be upset. It's a big moment. I'm dropping my kid off at daycare. People were like, oh, my kid was screaming. It took like 15 minutes to calm down.
Like, show you that he's gonna miss you a little bit. Is that what you want?
Dude, I walked in. The teacher, like, comes right over and she's like, hi, Raphael. I hand him, and I'm expecting him to claw, bite, scream. Dude, goes right into her arms, like, basically hugs her. And I'm like, okay, nos vamos, hasta después, Raphael. And he's like, whatever, see you later. Like, dude, couldn't care less. Yes, a go with the flow type of guy, and I give him the credit for being such like a big little man. But boy, oh boy. And then I was like, okay, all right, probably better this way in retrospect. And then when I come back, I'm expecting huge smile. Like, oh no,
you're like so excited to see you. Oh, that's true.
Well, he can't walk, but I would expect like some flailing.
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, hi little guy. He just like looks at me and he's like, what's up?
Hey, dude.
Like
you guys, you and your wife are his entire world at this point.
Universe. He couldn't conceptualize anything. Now, and it should be this way, but obviously Kayla, always a huge reaction to Caesar, which I'm glad. He's very close to his mother.
Yeah.
Dude, give me a little something, because like I went home for 15 minutes afterwards, crying. 15 minutes straight, like whimpering on the couch because I walked into the empty house like he wasn't there.
Just you cried for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Even when you brought him back from daycare, he cried. You're the one that's crying.
No, yeah, I'm crying up a storm. And then when I went to pick him up, same feeling I had seen him in the NICU, like had a pep in my step. Like I was thinking, like, oh my God, this is gonna be one of the all-time moments. I'm walking in, Mr. Vince, I'm so excited to see you.
So is today day 2 of the daycare?
It's day those.
Day 2.
Same thing.
Wow.
Dropped him off this morning, put him on the mat, and he like rolled over and he was
I just got here and it's
podcast loser.
Wow.
If you're on a GLP-1,
I can't see anything. There's too much explosion.
If you've heard of a GLP-1 or been on one before, you know how important having fiber is. So I'm to figure out how to get nutrition and fiber in other ways, which is when I found Runes. Runes delivers 6 grams of prebiotic fiber per serving, which is more than 3 times of leading greens, colors, foods, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, vitamins, and
Kid's tough. I mean, you have been a big crier, bro.
I mean,
I was a crier. I
I've always been quite mature in a lot of ways, in a lot of ways not. But drying was a specialty.
In what ways were you mature growing up?
Goodness.
You little rat. I did laundry early. I was like, and when I'm talking early, Brandon,
You're like, I was 21. I did my first load of laundry young.
Dude, I'm not even joking. Like, my mom ran this thing like little, not little orphanage, like Annie, a little bit. She like wanted to toughen me up like the old world. So I was doing laundry at like 11.
Wow, that is pretty early. I'll give you that.
And then I was like ironing at the same time. I would like
Look
wash
at
my
William. I know
parents'
people like going
cars
crazy,
when I
but
was
my
like 10. Like,
goodness.
trust me, they
I'm
put
really
me through the
walking through
immigrant
smoke
lifestyle.
here.
Probably by 12. I feel like, yeah, maybe a little later than that. They weren't like negligent parents. 13, 14, I was like full control of.
What about mowing the lawn?
Now, I just told you, 13, 14.
Wow. Well, I started doing the lawn probably like 14, probably like freshman year in high school. And my parents have a lawn. Like I'm not gonna shed a tear for your lawn. I assume that. I mean, what? How big of a lawn did you guys have?
We have several rental properties that I had to go become like the unofficial landscaper.
So your
Like,
dad just
it was
found a free way to get the lawns cut at his rental properties. That's brilliant.
Dude, my dad is clamoring for Raphael to turn 12, man.
He's like, the second I can get that kid out of school and get him on my lawns.
Yeah. The second I can get that kid to change a hot water heater, I am full.
So it's not going to be for my entire yard, because it's a small one. It's like a 22-inch electric Ego. Fired up. Last night I was in the garage putting this whole thing together. I was sure I was going to chop a finger off.
Great. Ready.
It's very
Please use
embarrassing.
the speak to
But
me.
I was still certain. Yeah, there's like, you got to like tighten the blade, and you got to like put the handle on the top.
Ego. Is that like the Lowe's brand? Is that like
No,
the brand?
they're the best of the electric mowers. I didn't. No, they are. I did every bit of research. I was watching like 6 hours of YouTube videos.
How about like that Ducati? How about like that Ducati?
Husqvarna?
Yeah, that's. Oh, I see all the industrial landscapers using that one.
Yeah, but no. Those are gas. It's not the best lawn. I think the gas one's probably not the power. Just getting a small one, and I'll explain why. So, my house has a fence around the backyard, but it's like 10 feet on either side of the fence. So the guy mowing my lawn charges me an extra $30 a week to just do the inside of the fence. It takes like an extra 10 minutes. So I was like, if I buy a lawn and I fix the outside of the fence, and I save $30 a week, I'll pay the lawnmower less than a summer. So I did that. I texted my man Alex. I said, hey, buddy, only the inside of the fence, and my payment will be going back down to the $30 we originally agreed upon. He didn't have a problem with it. So today, after this podcast, I'm going to go outside and mow the outside of the lawn. It'll take me like 20 minutes a week, and I get a little satisfaction out of it. I don't hate mowing the lawn. Bam, I'll save myself $30 a week.
I was gonna ask you, like, did you have time for this?
It's not going to be long, trust me. When you see how much lawn it is, you're going to laugh. Like, it's probably a tenth of an acre. I don't even, maybe not even that much. I don't know. It'll take me maybe 20 minutes with a small lawn.
So, how much was this lawn?
$4,300. No, I'm kidding. It was like $700.
And how long does it take to recharge?
So one full charge will be more than enough for me to do what I need to do each week. But I think they said the battery lasts about an hour, and it probably takes about an hour to charge.
That's what? What's wrong with people? That's like lawns can take a while. Do people have multiple batteries?
Well, yeah, you can either buy multiple batteries, you kind of swap them out. You can also buy bigger batteries, like mine's a 10 milliamp. They make like a 15 milliamp. But also, if you're mowing a lot of lawn, you're probably not going to use a mower.
Not in Westfield, New Jersey.
They use electric?
there's a town mandate, I think, that was going into effect that required even the landscapers, every single person in the town has to use electric mowers because they said the people working from home were getting like interior.
Oh, it's for sound, not for the environment.
Well, it's probably
A little bit of both.
Well,
Yeah.
but it's also for the sound.
They are way quiet.
Yeah, but landscapers must be a powerful union. They were like, all right, and you guys all cut your own grass. Like, no landscapers will cut grass in Westfield.
Wow. I mean, if I was a commercial landscaper, I think I would be a little upset with that. I mean, I love my electric lawnmower. I think it's the coolest thing. But like, you can't mow more than a half an acre with that thing. Like, you need a big lawn.
We're just not there yet.
Oh yeah, like in 5 years, I'm sure. Honestly, in 5 years, they'll probably be like those Roomba vacuums. There's probably going to be like a little Roomba vacuum. I know they already have them. I don't know if they're like great yet, but there's going to be a little Roomba that's $1,000 that I'll just like program to mow my lawn, and it'll do it. You don't think so?
No, I don't. I think that's definitely going to be true. But there's got to be some human oversight because this is literally
That's
like
like
a vehicle with blades on it, just like going out into the streets.
I didn't think of that.
There's cats, dogs, baby, like kids. So in a weird way, like a landscaper in the future is just going to be like some electrical engineer who's just going to sit there on like the job site and just watch these girls. Like to be a landscaper in 10 years, you're going to have to go through like Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3, like physics, like aerodynamics and statics.
But here's the thing, like this happens with self-driving cars, and now that's becoming a big thing. And when a self-driving car, I have a good buddy from high school that works for a self-driving car, Tommy, shout out Tommy, and he said self-driving cars are way safer than human-driven cars. But if it makes a mistake, it's like the front page of news. Like a self-driven car kills a person, right? But he's like, well, yeah, what the news doesn't say is 10,000 human-driven cars kill people, you know? So, they agree for, like, yeah, that lawnmower might have a couple incidences of running over a poor squirrel, but you don't think landscapers that ran people over those things go like 100 mile an hour on those lawnmowers?
I have an analyst who used to be a landscaper. Like, he tells me, like, bad stuff happens with those commercial, like, lawnmowers.
They go so fast, they're like ATVs.
There's, like, multiple times where there's been, like, pockets of, like, rabbits digging, like, a hole, and then all of a sudden you just see corpses, like, flying.
I mean, that I should blame the landscape. What are they supposed to do?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's that's the side of life people don't tell you. Is that the number one killer of animals in this country are landscapers. They are just moving they are just mowing them down, mowing through.
Those automatic. Well, although, like I said, I don't mind mow. Like, I used to mow my parents' yard, and they had like an acre and a half. I would put my music in and listen to a podcast. Although back then, podcasts weren't as popular as they are now. And I would just mow the lawn. It was kind of relaxing.
If you have to go out and mow the lawn today, download One Shame on Spotify, Apple. Go out there, have yourself a day.
Yeah, I know most of you guys listen to us on YouTube, but we are on Spotify, Echo Music. There are links in the description below. Go there, rate us 5 stars. We've been doing pretty well with the audio.
It's actually not really too bad. We're crushing it. You are such a worrywart, Mr.
Yeah, like, I am a worrywart when it comes to, like, YouTube. Like, every time we upload an episode, I tell Abby, how do you think the stats are? And he's like, she's killing it. It's episode 4. I think this is episode
Like,
6 or 7 now.
Like, I've already chosen the Rolex that you're buying me for that sold-out trip.
That one I'm a little not confident in, but
We gotta put it. Life is about vibes, atmosphere, and like you think you can do, my friend. I don't want to be Mr. like Crunchy Mom Granola, like hidden, but this is it. Like we've made.
so, well, we haven't made it yet, but we're on our way. We are on our way. So this has gotten funny. We're talking about like automated lawn mowers, right? So I used to have Verizon as my internet provider at my townhouse, and it was great. That's what you have, right? The internet's fast.
I really like trying to blind me.
In like 5 minutes. Well, now I had to switch to Comcast, and Comcast is more expensive and worse internet. So I've been calling Verizon on the phone over and over again because my neighbor has access to Verizon. I'm like, I can see the house that has Fios. They told me call back in 5 months. So yesterday was 5 months. So I called them back and like the automated telephone person answered the phone and goes, "Hello, Daddy." I was like, what? Dude, I was so freaked out. I thought I was the wrong number, so I hung up. I called back. I'm like, whoa. Literally a robot voice. It wasn't even like one of those ones that sounds like a human. It was like a robot voice going, "Hello, Daddy." It freaked me out so much. I thought, like, AI has taken over, right? Like, this is the end. It happened just like that. ChatGPT is now going to murder me in my sleep. I called back, and I realized that they said, "Hello, Danny," which is my dad's name. I guess my phone must be linked up with his account. Scared the crap out of me, man. I thought you accidentally called one of those. That's like naughty. Oh, no. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. No, they said hello, Danny. And it went down like the list of like, do you want to talk to a representative? And I was like, this is weird, dude. Yeah, hello, Danny. That's the name of my dad. Hello, big woman. Yeah. How far could they stretch it before? Maybe they did say Daddy, and then when I called back, they were like, let's just say Danny this time. I don't know. The robot was like, all right, maybe we came in a little high. They're testing the waters. They're seeing how far they can stretch it right now. That's so funny. So I had this same conundrum happen here, and I live a pretty urban area. Like, there should be Fios if there was in here. And they screamed up and down when I called them up. It's like they don't want to sell their own product. They were like, yeah, no, you can only get DSL there. It's like one of the few houses. And I was like, and DSL is even worse than what I have. I'm like, dude, there is no way I can only get DSL in my town. Like, I mean, you live in the most densely populated state, in the most densely populated area of that state. Correct. Yeah. So I'm like, there's zero chance that I can't get Fios, but whatever. They were screaming up and down. So I did the same thing as you, Xfinity. I had it for like 6 months to a year. And I called them up again, like after 6 months or after like my promo ran out. The guy was like, "You've always had Fios. What are you talking about?" What? And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, I don't know who you spoke to. Like, must have been their first day, but like we can come out tomorrow." I mean, I've called like 5 times. I've got 5 different people. I don't think I have it. But like I said, literally, my neighbor across the street, I could see the house from my front window. They have, I'm like, just move the line. Like, it's so close. And then there's a house in my backyard that has it. Literally surrounded me. And I live where I live. They're like, nope, slow internet for you. You gotta drop on, you know who I am. You gotta flex your muscles. There's gotta be. You are the worst superstar on planet Earth. Do you know superstar is a strong word for what I am? How many people on planet Earth do you think have like 5 million combined YouTube subscribers? I mean, probably not a lot, but superstar. I mean, you're talking Brad Pitt, DiCaprio, Angelina Jolie. You're talking the Queen. This is what I'm going to change for you. This is going to be like the biggest difference having a podcast with me, my brother. I'm going to tear you down and build you back up just like the Army. Like, yeah, you're going to get your stupid, you're going to get your little rat, you're going to get your little morons every now and then. But it's a term of endearment, especially here in Jersey. By episode 50, I'm going to be dropping Who Do You Think I Am all the time. But you got to, like, flex your muscle a little bit. There's got to be someone in this world that cares about you. Because on Instagram, like, you couldn't even get verified like a year ago, which I thought was insane. Yeah. But again, I feel like there's little freaking nitwits.
Dude,
Like
I don't want to
400,000
hear you. That's what
TikTok
you want.
followers in LA who are like walking into Noble on a Friday night, and you've got 5 million YouTube subscribers, hundreds of thousands on social media, and you can't even get one of the most major companies that supplies the whole entire internet to get you
to just get Fios when it's literally a line right across the street.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone listening or watching that works at Verizon or some advertiser somewhere that can get quite literally. Will you at least surmise if you talk about the whole pocket of people who have ever done it?
Yeah.
You're one of the biggest YouTubers on planet Earth.
I mean, if one of you mean like top 20,000, then like, yeah,
You are. And there's probably been billions of people who have uploaded videos to YouTube.
probably.
One of the biggest YouTubers on planet Earth. Get this man. And get me an advertising. But get this man. Let's just start with that. Just get this man Fios across.
Yeah, because Andy and I are doing this podcast remotely, and we keep breaking up. Like, you guys don't see it. We edited it out of the episode, but it's going to be like 2 or 3 times an episode. All of a sudden, I look over and Andy looks like this. And, I played Andy for weeks, and then I realized it was my internet because he's frozen. And then we got to call each other back again and completely throws it off. But he's frozen now. So, you know what? It's a new segment. The Do You Know Who I Am of the week. I don't know if we're going to do this every week, but I have one. I have a great Do You Know Who I Am. Just somebody that wronged me. That's a lot in my head, at least. The entire franchise of McDonald's coming after them. Do you know who I am at McDonald's? Ready? Let's hear it. I go to the drive-thru at McDonald's, right? I'm working on something with Steve, so I'm getting a 10-piece chicken nugget and a small fry, and then Steve got a crunch wrap. So we go around, AR, blah, blah, blah. I get my bag, my McDonald's food smells great. We drive away. First, we just reach in, we grab the nuggets. So we're tasting the nuggets. Yeah, they're McDonald's nuggets. I've loved them since I was a little kid. Then I say to Steve, because I'm driving, I say, hey, pass me a fry. Reach in the bag. No fry. There's no fries in the bag. So then I say, whatever. We get back to my house. And it's the receipt over. Let's see if they charge me. They probably didn't charge me. They charged me. These guys charged me for my small fry. It was like $3.99 due for a small fry. No small fry. I mean, if that's not reason to get furious. What? How much for a small fry? It was way more than I expected. It was like $4 for a small fry. There was like 10 fries in that. Dude, fries have gotten out of control in this country. Do you know who we are? I'm not Do You Know Who I Am, but I do want to rate a little bit. This is a little merging of segments. Do you know who I am? An old man yelling. This feels more like a hijacking of segments than merging of segments, because when you hijack my segment, you loop back around. It's a hijack. No, whoa, relax. It's more of a hello chat. What about a commandeer? Would you give me a commandeer? I would say it's a steer, not even a commandeer. What's your gripe? What's your gripe here? Not even a full pivot. I don't even think this counts as a full pivot. I will be honest, that was pretty much the end of the story. I'm mad at McDonald's because I bought fries, they didn't give me them, and I paid for them. That's pretty much the end of the story. So we'll give you your pivot or your steer. No, it's the listen. I'm a little perturbed that you perturbed. It's perturbed. I don't think perturbed is a word. Isn't it a little bit perturbed? I think it's perturbed. I like perturbed though. It's pretty good. Is it pronounced? Oh, I can never pronounce. Is it pronounced perturbed though? I don't think so, man. I've never heard anyone drop perturbed. I could be wrong. I'm not a grammar expert. I'm very far from it, but I've always thought it was perturbed. Perturbed. It's probably spelled perturbed too. I'm also Mitt. Alright, we'll just say Mitt. Because I was just going to talk about the price of fries. Oh, that is pretty spot on. That's pretty related. Usually,
You don't
you're
lose
like,
my
I
head.
got a related story, and I'm talking about McDonald's not giving me fries, and you're like, I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I bought turkey. Is this related?
This year, make sleep your resolution. Put these down and go to bed unlike to this. Honestly, to this. Wake up to
This
sunrise,
thing
not your
is
phone. Let's start your
power.
breakfast.
But that fries, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I just think the price of fries are outrageous. Oh, no, we went all the way there, but
I don't even know. So, dude, how much do French fries cost? It's literally potatoes, which are one of the most, like, they have to be the cheapest thing. Potatoes.
absolutely, yeah.
And they cut them up, and they put them in oil that they reuse all day, probably. And then they throw some salt on them.
Reuse all day, and it's like cure oil, like made from a freaking like Mobile One manufacturing plant.
I mean, I can't imagine it cost, like, how much does a small fry cost McDonald's? Is it like 2 cents?
But do you think it's like at a restaurant where the food kind of is at cost, you can mark up the drinks? So it's like the burger itself probably costs them like $5 to make, right? Like you got to kill a cow, you got to slaughter the cow, you got to do all of this. There's the bread, there's the lettuce, there's the ketchup.
Where does he ever get a can?
Sure, but the drink.
I don't ever remember him cooking it.
Well, I don't know. Like, when you order, the markup is probably not that crazy, right? Because you're right, there's a lot that goes into getting that steak on your plate, right? But then if you order like a beer or I don't know, a mixed drink or whatever.
Right, no, a beer. A beer is a perfect
It probably costs them enough 10 cents a bottle. They charge, $8, $6 glass.
Yeah, correct.
I don't think McDonald's is like that because first off, they're not making that much money on drinks. I mean, I guess the soda fountain drinks, but.
So then, if I may pivot, but stay in the I'm gonna shift lanes. I'm not even gonna say pivot.
Shimmy? Give you a shimmy?
No, because it's like driving a car. I'm gonna turn my signal on and move like one lane over.
You live in Jersey. Use your turn signal. Jersey drivers.
I do. My dad says like, no, you Pennsylvania drivers are the worst. I went down to Philly this weekend.
Yeah.
You guys are so.
Here's why I know I'm right? Because I always say New Jersey drivers are the worst. And you know why I know I'm right? New Jersey drivers drive like animals. I used to commute an hour and a half into New Jersey. And the Jersey drivers' defense, their defense, and this is why I know I'm right. They're always like, no, Pennsylvania drivers are the worst. And then the answer is, they drive so slow. And I'm like, okay, and you're not right, because we're going the speed limit, and you guys are driving 20 miles an hour, swerving between lanes, not using turn signals, causing car accidents. And your excuse is Pennsylvania drivers, they drive the speed limit.
Who's a better driver? Who's a better driver, you or Dale Earnhardt? Or you or Jeff Gordon?
Well, that's if Dale Earnhardt is going 210 miles per hour, Your Honor, and then I'm a better driver.
Your Honor, I rest my case here. Who is a better driver, you?
I'm a horrible argument. Your argument for why your Jersey drivers are better are because you drive faster. That's your only argument.
It's not even just faster. We navigate driving a little better than you guys. You guys don't even turn the right way. You don't even inch out to the street the right way.
You don't beat them again when the light's still red. They didn't beat them when the light is still red because it's about to turn green. When I'm in Jersey.
It's like a morning espresso shot. It wakes you up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a friendly. It's almost a Jersey hello. Like, how are you doing, myself?
I don't want to like that. I don't want to beat when the light is still. It infuriates me. I get beat. I look behind me. I look up. The light is still red. What do you want me to do? They want you to start inching up before the light turns green.
Don't get me wrong. Every Jersey driver gets infuriated by getting beat that too, and also it does absolutely the opposite because you're like, all right, well, I was going to go pedal to the
now I'm going to slow down.
Now I'm a Jersey scumbag, so I'm just going to mosey on down this block, my friend.
I'd love to see the stats. If anybody watching or listening to the podcast wants to post it in the comment section, I would love to see the stats of car accidents of New Jersey drivers and Pennsylvania drivers, percentage-wise. A lot more people live in Pennsylvania. I'd love to see the percentage.
Do you know more people live in Pennsylvania?
It's definitely a high. I mean, it's just here's my neighbor.
You also have Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Brando? What the world? You ever hear of the Autobahn?
I see where you're going to go with this. Is the Autobahn like really safe, even though there's no speed limit?
The Autobahn is one of like the more safe. Again, every crash ends in death, but per capita,
but it's a low percentage.
There is a low percentage.
It's believe it or not, you would think the highways when things are most dangerous. It's literally just a straight road. Like the most dangerous part of driving is
Yeah, that's probably. Well, I would say the hardest part about like driving is like Pennsylvania travelers on the road. But besides that, you guys no. But I would say like your dog friends, you're awful. But in terms of the other states, like Virginia, terrible drivers. Florida, I mean, most of them probably don't even have licenses.
this is such a New Jersey that you guys just are going to say everybody's bad except for you.
Well, New York is good. New York City.
Yeah, because they drive like animals too.
And how many traffic jams? Well, no, not traffic jams.
Oh,
I think accidents. How many accidents do you see like in Times Square?
You know what? I'm going to give that to you. I was talking to Sam about this like a month ago. When you go to New York City, if you're in Manhattan, the streets are madness. People are leaving. There's traffic yelling and screaming. I don't know if I've ever seen a car accident. It's one of the most unbelievable things. Like everybody is furious with each other, but they all just like work together. I don't know how in the world it happened. Have you ever seen that intersection? I think it was in like India, where there's like they don't have lights. And there's like 100 cars just tank like in and out of each other, but like none of them ever hit each other. That's what it happens.
Yeah, but India and Times Square and like Manhattan in general are two different things. Because like Manhattan it is like a beautiful offense, right? Like it's a Jay Wright offense with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. Like you're passing the ball, you're throwing the open shooter, everything.
What's the saying? It's like chaos, but calmness within the chaos, or something like that.
Yeah. India is just a car accident every call. Like that, I think that's the difference. It's like, have you watched those videos? They're all rubbing into each other. Their cars are destroyed,
but they just keep driving.
They just keep driving. Every single car is mush. But again, if you're always constantly in a state of car accident, then you're never in a state of car accident.
Yeah.
It's like one of the beauties of India.
Yeah, what's not to be afraid of? You're like, I get in a car accident every day. I don't have to worry about getting in a car accident.
Exactly. And they're so congested that nobody can get like an open stretch that they can even get their speedometer over 10 miles an hour. So it's like the casualty rate is probably high, but the fatality rate is very low.
That is the one thing I will say about Manhattan. Like I say, there's no car accidents, but also people are going 7 miles an hour because there's so much traffic. So how bad is a car accident going to be? Whereas if you're on the Autobahn, as you were saying,
Bring in the savings with Hot Buys starting at just $2.99 during Ashley's New Year's sale. New styles for
well, we just had another one of our technical difficulties. You guys aren't going to know about it because we're going to edit it out. But then I'm going to get you to move to my town. And then we can do this podcast together in this room. Just think about how smooth things would go. Just think about it. I'd be sitting right here next to me.
Don't try to pin this on me. Again, you little rat.
It's my internet. I'm the problem.
No, not even that. I said I would drive down once a week.
You did.
And I would film this episode. Like, I would obviously miss time with my son growing up to make a better future for himself, and I would do it in person. You were like, you know, that grind will really wear on you, which it probably would, but yeah, I don't go on national television and make me look like the bad guy.
Let's peel back the curtain a little bit. So, Abby and I had been planning this podcast for months before it actually went live, and we were discussing how could we possibly do this in person. And maybe we somehow find a studio in the middle, because we live probably an hour and a half, 2 hours away from each other. And then Abby, I'll give you props. Abby was like, I'll just drive once a week or every other week, and we'll film together. And maybe even once a month that we can film a bunch of episodes at the same time. And I was like, dude, you have a newborn child. You work a full-time job. Your wife is like, probably doesn't get enough time with you because she works a full-time job. There's no way that this isn't going to lead to burnout instantly. So that's why we decided to do it remotely. Now, if we start pulling some views, we start getting some we start making some money, things might change. Eventually, the lunch table might be an in-person podcast eventually. But for now, that's why we're doing it remotely.
I'll get on the chopper. Don't you worry, my friend. As long as you pay for that private jet out of Teterboro, over to Philadelphia. I'm good to go.
So anyway, do you have a topic? This is the perfect time to change gears. You're forced.
I have a couple topics. I need to talk Amy Bradley.
So you texted me this earlier. You were like, "We're talking about Amy Bradley on the podcast," and I don't know who that is, but I looked it up a little bit. So a woman who got lost on a cruise ship.
So it starts off. It's a documentary on Netflix, and it starts off like, obviously you're assuming this girl is dead, right? It's like, oh, this person is missing, and so it's like these true crime documentaries.
How long ago was this? Was this years ago, or was this recent?
28 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Long story short, she comes to her hotel room. She's out partying with her brother. She's there with her mom and her dad. They're in a single, balcony room. The dad wakes up at like 5:15. He still sees Amy out on the balcony, like smoking a cigarette. He wakes up 15 minutes after at 5:30. He sees the door slightly cracked open. Amy's missing off the balcony. So again, it's all in normal stuff.
She fell off.
She fell off. She was drunk, etc. 8 months later, some guy is like just randomly like on a beach in like a remote part of Curacao, which is the island she disappeared. He comes up to a shore and he sees a girl. She walks up to him. She like tries to like saunter over to him. And he was like, I probably wouldn't remember the interaction. But then this guy comes over right when she's about to like talk to me, and he looks furious. And he doesn't say anything to me, and he looks me like dead in the eye. And he doesn't say a word, and then he like grabs her and they walk away. Then all of a sudden, it goes on like Dr. Phil or America's Most Wanted, and he's watching TV and he's like, holy crap, that's her, she's alive.
So the FBI didn't like go to Curacao and like
they did, but there's nothing they can do. They don't have jurisdiction, so they don't have like probable cause or something. And if the local government's not working with them, they can't administer.
So if this was in like Miami, they could tear up the whole city and look for it. But since it's out of their jurisdiction, there's only so much they can do.
Only so much you can do, and also the cruise ship in a weird way wants to like kind of like hide this case a little bit.
For sure.
It is a crazy case. Like 28 years later, people are still looking for this girl.
They still haven't found her?
Still haven't found her. There's like multiple eyewitness like sightings like every 2 years or something.
That's crazy. I can't believe they still haven't found her with all this attention on her.
Here's my theory, Brandon, which is a really sad theory. Unfortunately, Amy Bradley was trafficked, right? I think upon like her captor, she ended up having kids, and that's why she can't leave.
Because she's taking care of the kids?
She's taking care of like her new life in Curacao, but wants to get back to America. But there's these like crazy cartel members are like,
we'll kill your family.
We will kill the kids, obviously, and we'll kill your parents back in like the United States if you go back there.
Wow.
So don't make contact.
That's a wild story. I gotta watch the show.
Could you imagine? This is what happens. Like the kids down in Curacao are watching the frustrated gamer, and Amy Bradley's there, and she's like,
walks by.
Oh my god. She's like, oh my god. Like my parents are still like people are looking for me.
I mean, she has to know, right? From the websites and all that stuff.
Now I'm not like I want to find the girl. I'm like, that would be great.
What an outrageous end. You're like so serious. Like, oh, thoughts and prayers out to the family, this and that. Wouldn't that be great if that's how we could get famous? Like, you care about payroll, but come on, maybe we can get a sponsorship out of it. So we finish every episode, right? We answer a question or from the previous episode of you guys. And yeah, do you have one this week, Abby?
So I was looking for some like comments, and a lot of people, I think the problem is because we're delayed, people are recycling their comments.
They send the same
things that we've actually think that we've already answered. Like I saw this one kid who's like, or guy, I don't know, or girl, who was like, I'm determined to get this question on the show, and I was like, yeah, we answered this like on episode 4. You just haven't watched it yet.
I think it's a good one.
I got a good one. All right.
So lunchtime this week is from Turks IDK. It says, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, I do like that.
And it says you don't have to worry about nutrition. Whatever you eat will be like healthy enough to keep you alive. I'm trying to think, am I going to go like ice cream, where I love ice cream, but then that's something I'm going to get tired of, or am I going to try to go with something, maybe if it's not maybe it's not even my favorite meal, but it's something where I think I won't get tired of it. Like I know Sam always says like a Chipotle burrito, and that was part of the Portobello link. But there's so much in a burrito where it's like, well, you got your rice, you got your meat, you got your beans. I don't know. What are you going with?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is like a cheeseburger, or like a halal guy's chicken and rice like platter with like the white sauce.
Is this going to turn into
Tinier.
reviews like Dave Portnoy does the pizzas?
I would love that, but I don't think there's enough halal places, and especially on this part of the world. I think I'm gonna choose. Yeah, I think I'm gonna choose like a chicken and rice platter. Does my tummy still hurt?
When you eat it?
Like, I know the nutrition is okay and safe. Like, I won't die of. I won't get my foot amputated from like.
I think everything else stays the same. So you're gonna get all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that you need. But if you Chipotle burrito, if that bothers your stomach, it's gonna bother your stomach. If your chicken and rice bothers your stomach, it's gonna bother your stomach.
To keep him with me, I turned his actions into a weapon. Now Max is always with me.
Then I have to go cheeseburger. I think a cheeseburger for life.
Cheeseburger, that's a good one. So I'm between pizza, pasta, or like Mexican. Like a.
You need meat. I feel like you need the meat.
Yeah, that's true.
I know nutritionally you don't, but like, I feel that whenever you have too much carbs, like you eat pizza, you're like,
Status.
I didn't miss it.
Yeah, I have a question. Can I go chicken parm with my spaghetti on the side?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then that's it. That's it right there. Chicken parmesan with spaghetti on the side. That might be cheating because like the spaghetti is a little different, but usually when you order chicken parm, it comes with just on the side. So I got my pasta with the sauce, and I got my chicken. There's some cheese. That's the one. Chicken parm with spaghetti on the side.
Brent, you're on a hot beach, 98 degrees in Sea Isle, New Jersey.
You went chicken and rice. That's just as bad.
No, I want cheeseburger.
It's even worse. What do you have? No cheeseburgers?
It's barbecue food. You have like little beachside huts. There's hot dogs, there's cheeseburgers, there's chicken tenders. The chicken tenders are fiery hot. There's nothing wrong with a cheeseburger at a beach. A chicken parm with the pasta to the side.
Chicken tenders and fries is pretty good too. That would be up there for me.
What's another thing we could do? What's another thing I can wet my list? Like, I was thinking fancy, like those salmon with a little couscous and like some spinach on the side. But it just feels like that would just turn into bland mush after a while.
So I'm sticking with mine.
How about a turkey sandwich?
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad either. Because that's a little bit like the burrito where you've got the meat, you've got the bread, you've got a lot. And like, hey, if you're going crazy that day, you're like, oh, I don't want to be eating the sandwich. You can like take it apart and just like, oh, I'm just going to eat bread. And then I'm just going to have some of the meat. I'm going to make a little salad with my lettuce and tomatoes and onions that day.
What's the longest food challenge you've done?
I've never done
I know you ate the purple.
Yeah, I did purple food for like 24 hours. I don't know if I've ever really done much though.
So could we try to do that? Like, I only eat cheeseburgers and you only eat chicken parm for a week?
I could try. See which one of us gets like sick of our food the fastest. This is basically exactly how the Dave, like you said, this is what the Dave Portnoy pizza review started as, right? It was Chipotle, burrito, or pizza, right?
Yeah.
And he won, and then kind of just spun that out into one of the biggest internet series ever.
We should do like that should be like a views goal. Like if we get to a certain number of views or something, we'll do that for a week.
Could you imagine? I know you already said this before, but like, could you imagine like if I had to eat chicken parm and pasta for every meal? Like, I would be such a difficult person. Like, you know, like you said, a great example. We're on the beach. Any chance you can make chicken parm and pasta? Like, because that's the thing. It's not. It doesn't just appear in your hand. You got to get that chicken parm and pasta, or you're not eating. Hey, you can just not eat that day. That's not fun. So you got to now either go find a restaurant. You're at a dinner party. You're at a dinner party and someone's making you the famous grandma's lasagna, and you're like, sorry, I can't eat it. Oh man, that's a good one. Though. That was a good lunchtime table. I like that. We might spin this into something where we do like a little food challenge down the road. Oh next episode, a little hint for the next episode, and we're going to be doing our first like food taste test. We've got food, and we're going to taste it at the same time. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited for that one.
I'm excited for that.
All right, guys, thank you so much. And like I said, follow us. Rate us 5 stars on audio only, Spotify, Apple Music. Also, obviously, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. See you in 2 weeks. Next one.
Ready to lead in healthcare? Earn your BSN online at American National University. Experience
We
See you.